People are books, puzzles, and pawns. In that order.
Okay, I can't be fake edgy forever. Even that was too much for me. Class of 09, no, not your graduation class, unk. The game came out back in 2021 to amass a cult following, and the crazy thing is, a lot of gamers still don't even know what the game is. I admit it sits in a genre where not everyone would like to play it because it's a visual novel, and before you click off, Class of 09 is literally designed to be a visual novel for people who hate visual novels. Because no matter what, I can recommend this game because the amount of batshit insane moments, which I have 10 pages of notes on for this game alone. Not to mention it's all voice acted as well. This game is meant to be satire, and I love it all the way because of that, calling out every group, people, race. No, but there are a ton of cool messages and themes throughout the game, which we'll get into. But we have to get through just who is Class of 09 made for, what place should it take in gaming, and why it's God tier. What the fuck was that? Editing me, you good? Yeah. Alright, keep that creepy shit in October, gang. Okay, so Class of 09, as the creator said, was originally made for people in their 30s, and he was actually surprised at the younger age range it was a smash hit with, showing that the culture he grew up with and thought had died is actually alive and well, which is fucking insane, but very true. There are a lot of areas in the game where I was thinking, this is eerily similar to things I've gone through and seen in my own life, and it's that relatability which starts to form Class of 09's cult following. Whether it be you relating to Kyler being a meathead, Nicole wanting to be deep, or just a batshit psychopath, Jeffrey being an anime nerd. Don't get me started on Jeffrey. Jeffrey's, they make him worse as the games go on, and fuck! There are a lot of opposites throughout the game, like Nicole and Emily, sociopathy and psychopathy. Some of you might have just went, aren't those the same thing? Fuck no! They are both batshit insane, but one is socially climbing, while the other does not care at all. But let's focus on Nicole since she is the protag anyway. Nicole is a sociopath, and she doesn't really care about anything unless it benefits her, and we see this throughout the game. Even in the flip side, the third game, yes, there are 3 of them, yes, I did play all of them, and do I get women? No!
Well, that was obvious.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm the guy who keeps you in touch with reality. You can call me Player, Hatman, God, all different names I took. Now you keep trying to be deep in your video, you finger-licking bitch.
There ain't no way. Bitch! God damn. Editor, you ain't seeing this shit? Editor. Fuck, he's probably eating food. Well, either way, Nicole is someone I believe we should learn from, because every ending in the game shows the logical extremes if you keep making the choices you make. Like for the base game, we have 15 endings. Here's some of my favorites. We have the books, puzzles, and pawns ending. Kinda fucked up that a rumor can inspire like that, but it does show the pull between male and female relationships. I didn't get the ending at first, but I love it all the same with Nicole killing herself after trying to be as nice to everyone as possible, which leaves us with the iconic book, puzzles, and pawns quote that edgy Gen Alpha will use along with their sad Tung Tung Sahur edits. Not every ending is gonna get this deep because I've been through quite a lot of them, and a lot of them are worth discussing, but for the sake of this video coming out on the first, I need to have a cutoff. So then we're on to the White Power ending. This is the first ending I got, and honestly, it was a 6 out of 10. It was cool, but I will preface and say there was little shock value, mostly because I'd seen it in a YouTube video before that, but my brain during the ending could only think of, "We are Charlie Kirk!" The necrophilia ending. This one just felt rushed, like, oh, we went on a date, and he killed me as soon as we went to this house, and then slept with body. He didn't give any hints that he was a necrophiliac, so it just felt like, haha, surprise, necrophilia, like it didn't have as much build-up. Rehab ending. This one I was more disappointed in Nicole because the ending had a great build-up with Kyler jumping off the roof and breaking his legs for her, and she goes to steal his perk, which he had a fuck ton, and then decides to not be the smart sociopath we've seen the entire route, takes a fuck ton of it, and gets sent to rehab. It's like logical lapses. Then we have the arson ending, 8 out of 10, which I'll let this speak for itself. But now on to my 2 favorite endings of the game, which has to be, the FBI ending is truly one of my favorites, because the build-up is perfect, and not to mention it has one of my favorite lines of all of video games. I'll play it now.
Fuck you. I want rap music off the radio so wigger kids like you could suffer.
How am I a wigger?
Wigger. The delivery of this one line is truly the greatest voice acting I've ever seen in video games. I remember my first time hearing it and laughing my fucking ass off, and then the ending just gets better from there, culminating with Jeffrey getting killed, the entire white nationalist party being jailed, and for the last ending, we have the school shooter ending. In defense of Jeffrey, it's a justified crash out. I'm not even gonna lie. He did not have anything left. But still, I'm surprised he could even hold a strap, much less let it off. But it is kind of funny that in the end, Nicole did say that Jeffrey will now become more remembered than she ever was, which makes a lot of sense. But with being remembered, we have to think about what space Classiful 9 takes. I think Classiful 9 shares a really big similarity to a game you might not even consider in the same category, GTA 5. A game made by Rockstar in 2023, it was a smash hit, being ported across 3 console generations. You can play it on PS3 to PS5, which is fucking insane. Like, imagine being able to play games from the 3DS on the Switch, but they're still being actively supported with new updates. As a testament to how long it lasted, the PS3 PlayStation Store went away in July 2021, meaning you could not buy new games online on the PS3. And Rockstar shut down its servers for the PS3 in December of 2021, 6 months later. So GTA is this long-lasting game, and it's not because, oh, I like to car right after a beer. GTA was on 7 platforms, while Classiful 9 is on 1, that being PC. But the thing that really bugs me is that these types of culture games, I'm calling them culture games now, what are you gonna do about it? DEI is dead and I killed it. The government offered me a bag of chicken and a spit-stained picture of Charlie Kirk's face on it, and I did that shit without a second thought. You're welcome. But the thing is, these games can be mainstream successful. And I'm struggling to find why Classiful 9 can't break from its cult following. But the fact that it hasn't become mainstream is kind of confusing, especially with the rise of Dispatch earlier this year. Most people will say it's mostly because people are gooning to the game. I don't know what this means, but my mouse is sticky, and all my algorithms told me that this is the hottest thing alive and I shouldn't question it. But despite the gooners, this game is almost the same as Classiful 9 in concept, because even though it might be a little more modern, it still tackles mature themes. I think it's just the rawness of it all and what time Classiful 9 came out in, because gooner culture wasn't as mainstream back then. Even though it is quite funny, some people find it offensive, and other people don't want to retread trauma, or they just want to protect the system that they benefit from, which is mainly very concerning. But the great thing is Classiful 9 also shows this in all of its characters. We're gonna have to start with the best character, or second best character in the game, Jeffrey. Which I'm not gonna lie, I thought we could save, and then they just make him worse in every consecutive game. Jeffrey is Classiful 9's logical extreme of a criminally online nerd, and he fits the stereotype quite well. Like, let's go back through some of my favorite Jeffrey clips from the game.
I've had to start taking medication since you betrayed me. I also waited for everyone to leave just so you'd be the only one to hear this. Well, not that busy. I gotta egg a synagogue this Friday, but I could make time. Having a girlfriend's way more important than the final solution.
Okay, so you can probably see why I love Jeffrey as a character. The only thing that gets me is that he never improves. Not like he never gets a chance, he just never reads the silver lining in the bullying he's given, and even when it's literally spoon-fed to him, he never acts upon it. We never get a Jim Jeffrey arc, or him just trying to be a little bit normal, and not normal in the taking perks type of way, normal as in normal enough to interact with normal people. And even says his life sucks so much that he enjoys escapism, which makes sense, but it's not like he ever tried to make a real attempt to fix his life. I feel as though SBN3, the developer, made it this way so we could see the logical extreme, but a large piece of me wants a good ending for the guy. Like, the best Jeffrey we ever got, I think, was either in Re-Up or Flipside, when he was talking to Karen, another shy and introverted girl, and then Nicole fucks it up for him, because it's funny. And it took me a couple games to realize this, but Jeffrey is not a smart geek. And hell, he even explains the difference between nerd and geek. He's smart enough to become valedictorian at his school, but he isn't smart enough to navigate social situations, which in contrast to Nicole, who being our main character, is somewhat charismatic. She even says in her intro that before she was pretty, she was smart, and after she became pretty, then she realized that all the pretty girls have always been pretty, and pretty dumb subsequent. I do still like Nicole as a character though, if not for the funny, but how human she can be with her being nice to everyone ending. I don't believe that we need to fix Nicole though. I believe we need to learn from her. Like earlier in the video when I talked about the McDonald's ending and Jeffrey overdosing in the bathroom with his anime body pillow, right? No, I actually never said that. You've been psyoped. Lock in. The flow of my videos are convoluted. I'm a D1 gaslighter just like Nicole, who does this actually exceptionally well. I love to see women in male fields, and here are some of my favorite moments of her.
Pinning me against the locker and licking my earlobes.
That's what they fetishize now? Just sick.
I know. He told me I was his property.
Fucking look at you. Listen to how you talk. How do you know I'm not? Shut the fuck up.
You ever played with a sleeping teammate's ass?
Well, like not in a gay way.
Uh-huh.
How is that gay?
Whatever, I'm going to lunch. It was nice meeting you, very straight, non-rapist.
Yeah, making friends.
But at least you can trust me with your entertainment.
Ha, yeah, trust you. You seem mentally stable and benevolent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you still haven't woken up to what the fuck any of this is, have you? You have no power here. You're just a puppet on a string, and if God is watching you right now, you only pray he doesn't pause. What do you think?
Who are you talking to?
This bad.
Okay, what the fuck? I think my schizophrenia might be getting to me. But you can see it's a pure dichotomy between the two of them, right? Like in the final scene, Jeffrey is like the bottom male perspective, and Nicole is like the bottom female perspective, but now she's at the top, and she gets to enjoy the fruit of it. And Nicole despises Jeffrey because he didn't wake up, or at least is not as smart as she was in his social position. And he also is just weird, but not smart enough to hide it. And there are a lot of parallels, or just spectrums of this, throughout the cast. Like, Jack was a pretty naive prep girl when we first met her, but as the game went on, she spent more time with Nicole, and she got more mature and attuned to the world she lived in. And every character being in the game has something like this, either being a stereotype or getting worse, or like Crispin is just the old version of a performative male. Kyler is masculinity, misogyny, and a sports guy, and who is also a benzosexual. Wonder what's that? Oh god. And by this point, I assume you're seeing the pattern. Like when I'm watching some of the storylines, it feels like stuff I've seen or been through. And that's where Class 09 shine. It isn't just some random made up stories. These are relatable to almost every group who played the game. Whether you're gay, straight, poor, or rich, there's at least one storyline in the 26 that will resonate with you. But this game isn't totally great. There are some bugs which are somewhat permissible. But on longer runs, especially if I haven't saved, I can end up losing progress, which is frustrating and happened to me twice. And this might be a nitpick, but there are a lot of jokes that fell flat to me, I would assume to a good portion of the audience. I'll be honest, before this video, I didn't know who the fuck Avril Lavigne was, or McLovin, and I learned after, but I still had to search them up, and I'm probably gonna watch Superbad over Christmas so I could understand the reference better. Throughout the game, Nicole and the game itself refers to the player as God, and calls you cruel for going through all the endings, but always says, if God isn't watching, who is?
You finally realize, Sid. You finally realize that if God isn't watching us, who is?
Charlie Kirk?
No.
Jew?
No.
Your mom?
No. You're watching this video right now, making it, and someone else is watching this video right now. I wonder if they're a vengeful or benevolent God. And all you do is pray that they don't pause. So, do better, my friend.
Well, my dear viewer, see you next week.